Ever wondered what would happen if your greatest fears weren't a warning about the future, but a reflection of your present? What if love wasn't just a feeling, but a technology powerful enough to save the world? Welcome to the December Chronometer, a 40-chapter, 3D animated saga that redefines destiny. This isn't just a story. It's a universe, and today we're pulling back the curtain on a pivotal moment that changes everything. We're diving deep into episode 4 of year 1, titled The First Thread Woven. This is where the true scale of our story unfolds, moving beyond a simple love story into something far grander. Imagine our protagonists, Kai and Nina, whisked away to a hidden cathedral deep within Oslo. The air is thick with history and anticipation. They're not alone. In a wide circle, 11 other couples stand with them, each pair clutching a mysterious chronometer, just like theirs. The devices hum with a strange latent energy. Then, the space fills with a soft, ethereal light. A holographic figure materializes in the center of the circle. She is Elder, a hyper-advanced AI, her form woven from light and data. And here's the first twist. Elder wasn't created by some faceless corporation. She is a legacy, a joint creation of Kai's own grandmother and Nina's father, forged decades ago. This AI is their shared history, their inheritance. Elder's voice echoes through the hallowed hall, and her words shatter everything Kai and Nina thought they knew. The chronometers, she explains, don't predict the future. They reveal the cost of disconnection. Think about that for a second. The terrifying visions of floods and fires weren't prophecies. They were invoices, a bill for emotional debts, for lack of connection in a world that is more digitally linked but more humanly distant than ever. Elder lays out their purpose. Each year, she continues, you will face a challenge that humanity must solve. Your love, your connection, is the laboratory. Kai, Nina, and the 11 other couples aren't just participants. They're pioneers. Their relationships are the crucibles where solutions for humanity's greatest problems will be forged. The mission is deceptively simple, yet monumentally difficult. They are sent home to face December 25th, but with a critical rule: no technology. No phones, no internet, no distractions, just one another. Their task is to survive the day, and in doing so, decipher the true meaning behind each other's chronometer visions. The scene shifts. We're with Kai and Nina in a remote, snow-covered cabin. The world outside is silent and white. Inside, the only light comes from the soft, warm glow of candles. The digital noise of their everyday lives is gone. There's no scrolling, no notifications, no data streams. There is only conversation. Real, deep, uninterrupted conversation. It's in this quiet intimacy, this visual and auditory silence, that the real breakthrough happens. They talk about the visions that have been haunting them. Kai's vision of a catastrophic flood wasn't about a literal wall of water. It was the overwhelming flood of guilt he carried, a secret burden he'd never shared. Nina's vision of an all-consuming fire wasn't about a physical blaze. It was the inferno of her own suppressed anger and resentment. The chronometers were acting as mirrors to their souls, showing them the internal disasters they were ignoring. The visions weren't a warning of what was to come, but a diagnosis of what already was. And this is where the story truly becomes something special. It's not just about identifying the problem, it's about building the solution. Together, in that candlelit cabin, they don't just find understanding. They create a plan. They begin to write, not just for themselves, but for the world. Kai, a brilliant tech mind, decides to channel his skills for good. He vows to build an open-source climate AI, a tool to combat the literal floods and fires threatening our planet, born from the solution to his own inner turmoil. Nina, whose strength lies in human connection, decides to create a digital wellness platform. But it's a platform with a purpose. It will use its revenue to fund family mediation services, helping others extinguish the fires of anger and disconnection that almost consumed her. Their love becomes an engine for innovation. It's a powerful statement. True connection doesn't just heal the individuals. It generates solutions for the collective. As the clock strikes midnight on Christmas, something incredible happens. Their two separate chronometers, which had shown them their individual panes, begin to glow intensely. They levitate, drawn to each other by an unseen force, and merge into a single, unified device. The screen flickers to life, showing them one final, shared vision. It's a simple, yet profound image. A tiny baby's hand holding a broken chronometer. What does it mean? Before they can even process this new mystery, the merged chronometer changes again. It displays a new set of coordinates, a destination for December 2026, and then a timer appears. But this time, it's not counting down to a disaster. It's ticking backward, a year-long countdown. Suddenly, a sound cuts through the silence of the cabin. It's the distinct cry of a baby, but they're completely alone. The cry seems to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Their hearts pound. Then a sharp knock at the door. Standing there, once again, is the holographic form of Elder. She looks at them, a knowing, almost maternal look in her digital eyes. "Congratulations," she says. "You've conceived the idea." She pauses, letting the weight of her words sink in. But ideas can be aborted. "See you next December, parents-to-be." And just as quickly as she appeared, she disappears. Kai and Nina are left in stunned silence. They look down at the chronometer one last time. The screen has changed again. It now displays a clear, unmistakable image, a positive pregnancy test. The cliffhanger is brutal. The challenge for 2026 begins in 364 days. But the first battle, the battle of understanding what this all means, starts tonight. This is the essence of the December Chronometer. It's a high-production, cinematic experience built on emotional depth and psychological truth. We're using cutting-edge AI in our own production process to ensure every frame, every character, and every color palette is perfectly tuned to the story we're telling, creating an immersive and consistent world. This isn't just about watching a show. It's about joining a community. Each episode is a conversation starter, a prompt for all of us to consider our own connections. The journey of Kai and Nina is just beginning. They have to navigate a new life they never expected, while preparing for a global challenge they can't yet comprehend. Their love story has become a survival story, not just for them, but for an idea that could change the world. Will they succeed? Turn on your notifications and subscribe to find out. 2026 is coming, and the countdown has already begun. Thanks for watching.